Hey crochet crew, guess who's back on the hook? It's your crochet connoisseur, and today's tutorial is hotter than a summer stitch fest. We are about to unleash the magic with the crochet Kylie Jenner top, aka the crochet diamond diva. This tutorial is so beginner friendly, even your grandma's pet cat could crochet along. We'll focus on the even moss stitch to add a textured look. Feel free to get creative and apply this stitch to various projects like sweaters, shorts, and more. For this tutorial, you'll need medium weight yarn done in needle, 3.5 mm hook, scissors, and measuring tape. We are going to begin by making a slip knot. Grab your yarn and wrap it around your finger twice. Subsequently, lift the first loop over the second, followed by the original second loop over the initial one. Conclude by pulling both ends simultaneously. Grab your crochet hook and insert it into the knot. Then pull the shorter end of the yarn to tighten, ensuring that the knot is snug. We are now going to create a foundation chain. You're going to yarn over, that is, wrap the yarn from back to front, and then pull the yarn through the knot. This forms the first chain. Again, yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop, and that forms another chain. Once more, yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop, forming another chain. In this tutorial, I'll demonstrate creating a foundation chain of 20 for a small square to showcase the pattern of this top. Ensure that the chain for your top starts from the center of the upper chest, just below the neck, and extends to a point at the back. Here, I made 52 chains. Ensure that the chain count is an even number. Once you have an even number of chains, we're going to prepare for a slip stitch. You're going to insert your crochet hook in the second chain from the hook. Pull the yarn through both the chain and the loop on the hook. So through both the chain and the loop on the hook to form a slip stitch. Awesome. In the next stitch, we're going to prepare for a half double crochet. Yarn over. Insert your hook in the next chain, then pull the yarn through the chain, leaving 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over once more and pull through all the 3 loops to form a half double crochet. In the next chain, prepare for a slip stitch. So insert your hook in the chain, then you're going to pull the yarn through both the chain and the loop on the hook. In the next chain, a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your crochet hook in the next chain, and then you're going to pull the yarn through the chain, leaving 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over once more and pull through all the 3 loops on your hook. In the next chain, a slip stitch. In the next one, a half double crochet. So we are alternating between a slip stitch and a half double crochet. Continue with this pattern and I'll catch up with you here. As you reach the end of the row with just 1 chain remaining, complete the row by making a slip stitch. You're going to initiate and conclude each row with a slip stitch. This is what your first row looks like. So for row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. You're going to work on that first stitch. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. You're going to work on that first stitch. So leave the chain 1 alone and work on that first stitch. Insert your hook in the stitch and you're going to pull the yarn through both the stitch and the loop on your hook, creating a slip stitch. Next, you're going to make a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your crochet hook in the next stitch, and then you're going to pull the yarn through the stitch, leaving 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. You'll alternate between a slip stitch and a half double crochet. Continue with this pattern until the end of this row, and I'll catch up with you here. As you reach the end of the row with just 1 chain remaining, complete the row by making a slip stitch. You're going to initiate and conclude each row with a slip stitch. This is how row 2 looks like. To begin row 3, chain 1. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. Turn your work and prepare for a slip stitch in the first stitch. So leave the chain 1 alone and go into the first stitch and prepare for a slip stitch. In the next stitch, make a half double crochet. Repeat this pattern until the end of the row, and I'll meet you here. I'm at the end of the row and I have 1 stitch remaining, so I'm going to conclude that last stitch with a slip stitch. This is how row 3 looks like. To begin row 4, chain 1. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, so you're going to turn your work and prepare for a slip stitch in the first stitch. In the next stitch, make a half double crochet. Continue with this pattern and I'll catch up with you here. Here I am at the end of the row and I'm concluding with a slip stitch. This is what row 4 looks like. Continue repeating this pattern until you achieve a square. You'll recognize that you've created a square without measuring. A square has equal length and width. Folding your project should align your length with your width. Keep crocheting until folding results in a match between the length and width. I've finished the small square, ensuring the length matches the width. Confirm that the length and width of your top align. I'll repurpose this small square for washing dishes. In the next clip, I'll be attaching the straps and working on the larger square or the final top. The dimensions of my top are 12 inches for both the length and the width. Once your square is finished, create a chain of 1 and then snip off the yarn. To initiate the next straps, form a slip knot and then chain 100 or adjust the number of chains according to your preference. So I'll meet you once you're done making your chains. Affix your crochet hook to the corner approximately 1 stitch away from the pointed edge. Then chain 100 or adjust the number of chains according to your preference. We'll reconvene once you're done with your chains. We are striving for a sturdy strap to avoid any risk of it cutting off or snapping. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to prepare for single crochet. So insert your hook in the second chain from the hook, pull the yarn through the chain, leaving 2 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. In the next chain, make a single crochet. So you'll be making 1 single crochet in every chain until the first chain that you made, and I'll meet you once you're done. Go into the next visible stitch and prepare for a slip stitch, and then just to make sure it's intact, go into the next visible stitch and make another slip stitch. Then you're going to chain 1 and cut off your yarn. Duplicate the process you've executed on this side for the other side as well. Like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one, and follow me on social media at Not Kisses.